Okay, I think we are live. Hey, miss y'all, man. It's been a couple weeks. I don't like to miss Sunday live streams, and we ended up having to miss last week. And I do apologize to you guys. I love our little shop talk Jack Stand Church Sundays. You know, always brings a smile to my face to see everybody here on the channel and coming in to say hello or whatever. Got a couple things to talk about tonight. A little couple things. You know. We usually put that stuff up on the thumbnail, but yeah, you know, I just appreciate you guys coming in to talk. Big shout to my my sponsors, Tremec McLeod, Team Z, Hamlin Motorsports. Speaking of Hamlin Motorsports, I'm rocking his shirt tonight. He just put out a whole batch of shirts. Andrew Hanlon, one of our biggest sponsors on the channel and for our stick shift racing, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But we got a lot to talk about tonight. You know, it's been a couple weeks, and I love y'all, and I miss you guys. You know, this is one of my favorite times of the week by far. Big shout out to my guys in green. They are my the green people in chat are my channel members, and channel members are a monthly subscription to the channel, and I appreciate you guys and for everything you've done. And we've got members that's been on board for like 4 years. I can't thank you guys enough. It helps me go do things, like racing and bringing content to the channel. So big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to the sponsors. Anyways, let's get into it. We got a pretty hot topic tonight. We got a couple things we're going to talk about. It's pretty hot, but you know, the main majority of it is the 351 Windsor. As you guys see in the background, you know, we got the black car one piece at a time. I'm always talking that shit on the channel. Trying to, you guys motivate me, I motivate you, you motivate me, whatever. However it happens, one piece at a time. Whether you're working on your car, your boat, you know, bicycle, fishing equipment, I don't know, whatever it is, one piece at a time, you'll get there. And, you know, if you do it right, if you write the shit down, you budget your time, your family, your money, you guys already know. It's what we talk about every week. And we got there. And if you haven't already watched the video from this past weekend, let me just show you. Like a clock, baby. One piece at a time. I told y'all it was going to be nasty. I told y'all it was going to sound nasty. And now it's here for us to drive on the street and make some content with. That thing chopping some trees down over there. 600 lift, trick flow stage 5. That's cold start. I haven't done shit. I haven't started the car at all in like 3 days, 2 days. That sound good, boy. That sound good as hell. Crack the garage. Sound like E85 up in here. Woo! Hey. Anyways, one piece at a time, we got that shit off the jack stands. It ran like a clock, baby. Ran like a clock. The noise canceling. God, hold on a minute. We'll do it again. Hold on a minute. Noise canceling. Where is that at? Echo canceling. Reduce mic noise. Okay, here we go. Let me tell you if you can hear it. Can you hear it? No? Yeah? That sucked. I turned it off. I was. Can you hear it now? All right, good. Do a burnout. No, I'm not doing a burnout in the damn garage. Come on, son. Yeah, sounds good. Let me hear. Yeah, sounds good. All right, I'm just gonna leave this over here. I wanted to check my volume. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, one piece at a time. We got that car together, and it, like I said in the video, we already shook it down. We got a couple things we gotta, tweak out on the tune. I mean, that's the 387 tune. Something to be said about the old A9L. The one thing that's cool about tuning with A9L is it's already got its idle logic. So it's like you don't have to go through and reinvent the wheel when it comes to like the fuel logic to get the car running and idling and stuff like that. And that's one of the things with Holley Terminator X was really a pain in the ass for me. Is it took a lot of learning and table learning for me to get the car to run like that. You know what I mean? A9L, if there's one thing, and I'll go on my soapbox real quick, with the A9L and the pushrod shit at least, well, obviously you can't run A9L on a Coyote, but when you're tuning with quarter horse, and one of the biggest pluses that a lot of us over the years didn't really realize it until we started tuning with Holley Terminator X, is the pushrod shit. The A9L shit already had its, like I said, the startup, the fuel tables, the mapping and stuff like that's already kind of, in the tune itself, in the computer. Like, I know you're running a chip, but that's really just kind of to overwrite wide open throttle and to control some injectors and stuff. But point of the matter is you didn't really realize, when you start with a Holley Terminator X or a Dominator or any sort of aftermarket ECU, you literally have to start from, like, you have to do idle, you have to do startup, fuel enrichments. You got to figure all that stuff out, and they don't tell you that shit. And it's just like, it's definitely not user friendly when it comes to like idle enrichment, fuel enrichment versus like, ECT and coolant and whatever. Whereas, tuning with the fact, not that I'm saying that tuning with the factory computer is better, because it's not. I'm just saying that one of the things that you didn't have to worry about too much is the startup, is the idle logic and stuff like that. So pushrod +1, check 1. There you go. Coyotes, when you put a Coyote in a car, not that I'm talking any shit right now about that, is it requires an aftermarket ECU, but I do think the control pack does, we haven't really got there with that, so I can't really experience that stuff, but that's not really what we're going to be talking about when it comes to that. But anyways, Super Dave, I appreciate the $50 super chat. It sounds, I know it sounds good. Can't wait to see it run in the streets. You're right, baby. We've already got it. Our next video is us shaking it down and beating the absolute shit out of it. I mean, one of the best ways to break in a motor, or I mean, not really. There's a certain way to break in a motor, and that was part of the next video. But I mean, we went out there and drove it like we stole it. Brought it back here. We still got to take the oil out of it or whatever, but that is what it is. After enrichment and temperature enrichment, it's a tricky deal. That's right. Anyways, yeah, it sounds nasty for sure. We may have a special guest a little bit later. I know he's listening, so I don't know if that's going to actually happen, but I know he's busy right now. And it'd be nice to get another YOTE, to get a YOTE guy in on this conversation. But we talked about in the thumbnail, one piece at a time. Pushrod versus YOTE. So I get asked this question often. It's just like, Neo, why don't you? I mean, I got a $300 YOTE motor that probably would work just fine in anything we put it in, right? I mean, why don't you why don't you build a YOTE? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And it's just like, Coyotes are getting to the point to where, like, they're like I'm starting to really like them. Maybe not so much with the Corsa mufflers, because the Corsa mufflers can kiss my ass. But as far as, that's loud as shit. That's absolutely obnoxious. But the point of the matter is Coyote, what makes me super proud about the Coyote platform is just a badass motor from the factory. And one thing that was really kind of super sad was, always hearing about an LS swap. And there's nothing wrong with LS swaps. I mean, to each their own. And a motor is a motor. Racing is racing. A car is a car. If it's your shit, you build your shit the way you want to build your shit. I got plenty of friends. Matter of fact, one of our friends in Stick Shift has an LS swap foxbody. I haven't said a word to him about it. We're friendly. It's competition. I enjoy the sport. You see what I mean? To each their own. But Yotes and 351s, like in the junkyard, like Yotes are going to be the new junkyard swap, and it's already there. I've been talking about this for probably 6 months. Like it may be a little bit more expensive than what you would find a 6.0 for or a 5.3. But there's absolutely, and I've said this before in other live streams, there's absolutely really no reason. I mean, unless you particularly want to use an LS motor, which is completely fine, there's absolutely no reason that you just spend a little more money, maybe with the control pack. I think that would, both motors have to change K members. There's apples and apples there. You know what I mean? When it comes to actually doing the swap. But the one thing that I keep going back to with the 351, and I'm getting off track here, is the 351 is 100%. It's push rod, it's forward, and it's strong. It's just every bit as strong as, per se, a Yote could be or is. Are Yotes better motors? Well, they got better internals. Technology has served them well, over the past, 10, 15, 20 years. Whereas 351s, with the cast pistons and whatever, they're still strong. They're like a robust engine that you can just beat the shit out of. It's not going to make a lot of NA power, unless you stroke it and do some heads cam intake, and that's really what it suffers from. Coyotes and LSs both have really good sets of heads on them from the factory. Another Ford motor that has a pretty good set of heads on it from the factory is the 3.8 Super Coupe. That's something that Dave Dahlk, dug his feet in the sand for the last 3 or 4 decades with, and he did really, really well with that motor. That had an aluminum headed, it had a pretty badass V6 motor in it. I don't know. It could make 400 wheel with the proper tune and a little bit of work. Come factory with a blower, bro. And it's 6 cylinders instead of 8. But the Yote, the reason why I even brought up the 351 versus Coyote is because that's really your options when you can go to a junkyard. Like, you guys know I like the junkyard dig and find all this shit. And, I walked by, I got yelled at because I walked by, I called a Contour a Taurus. Yeah, I messed up. I don't care. Y'all know, man. I walked by a Navigator. Somebody was mad at me from walking by a Navigator, but I don't think the Triton motor, the 5.4 Triton motor, I didn't know that was actually a popular swap at all. I thought that motor was kind of like it's kind of one that you just kind of just skipped over or something. I don't know. You correct me if I'm wrong. What's up, Mustang guy? What's up, Adventure Super Dave? Bane equals Corsa Yote. Yes, absolutely. Like, and my buddy Kevin Cragen over at the dyno, you guys all know that, the wild Irishman, whatever you want to call him. He drives by my damn house because he goes to the EAC club down the street. He drives by my damn house and just louder than shit. I can hear him from all the way up like the street and all the way past. And it's just like, yep, there's Kevin. What's going on, bro? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Yeah, I thought it was the Triton. I don't think the Triton motor was very sought after. There was like 15 of them in the junkyard. It didn't make any sense. But don't the Triton motors blow out a spark? Yeah, something like that. So, KK's Garage, what's going on, bro? Thumbs up. Appreciate you, Bam. 5-0. Good to see you. Also don't like having to have a cow hood. Shit, I don't have any hood. I'm rolling around like some Mad Max grudge car right now. I don't give a shit. I will show you, though. I'll bring it in and show you real quick. Our bumper, but that bumper didn't work out for us. But I ended up having the front bumper repainted. And they actually molded the Cobra insert into the bumper. They did a really nice job of it. I'll show you in a video. But you know, our bumper was cracked up real bad down here. The paint was peeling over here, and it had this insert was falling off. It was only screwed on and like taped or whatever. But they did a really nice job with the bumper. Same guys that painted the coupe are the ones that painted the bumper. So we did. That's the reason why it doesn't have a bumper on it right now. I might have them do the hood too. The hood's got a TPS hole where the TPS came to. It's seen its days, but it is what it is. I mean, my car is patina, but there was a couple pieces that needed to be replaced. Is that a Cobra bumper? No, it's just it's a converted Cobra bumper, if you want to call it that. So ECU Masters is a great ECU. You're right. You're right. What's up, Gabe Large? Good to see you, bro. Gunnar Smith. Any advantage to Fuel Tech versus a Holly on the Coyotes? It's a good question. Excuse me. A 351 is nothing but balls and a dream. You're right. So when we're talking about, like I said, when we're talking about like the 351 versus like, you know, Coyotes, you know, we're not actually specifically talking about like performance versus performance. You know, more or less like you go into a junkyard, you see a GT40 engine, pull it, buy it, whatever. You go into a junkyard, you find a roller 351 Windsor, specifically a roller 351 Windsor, just pull it, buy it, whatever. And, you know, Yotes are getting to the point to where I think, 2011, they're starting to become normalized in the junkyard and, you know, in the trucks. Trucks are usually the ones you can get them out of easier, more than a Mustang, but, you know, they're not a bad motor either. But it definitely, you know, 351 Windsor, you know, the 408, 393, and you can see behind me, you know, I get asked the question, like I said, why don't you use a Coyote swap? Why don't you do a Coyote swap? We're going to get there. We will do a Coyote swap. Will it be right now? No. But we will do a Coyote swap, 100%. Or do a 3-2-1 build like our buddy Skylar Hardy has in his car. You know, he's one of the fastest stick shift, you know, true street cars. And he has a 3-2-1 build. If you don't know what that is, that's something that I'm interested in getting. I'm interested in learning the actual engine platform because the Coyotes ain't going nowhere. They're a badass motor. I'm a big fan of them. I don't have one in any of my cars right now. I'm not really in a hurry for it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. 351 Windsor, man. The pushrod life is always going to be my life because I know the engine really well. I know what happens when something wrong happens and something sounds right or something sounds wrong. Valve train noise, oil, you know, lifter noise, rod noise. You know, I just know how to treat the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Nikia say absolutely not on you doing a Yote swap. We'll do a Yote swap. We're going to be doing not in the black car. Hopefully the 393 lasts a little bit longer than 387. You know what I mean? And, you know, 363 will come out and get freshened up with, you know, the Trick Flow 227s when they're ready because they're doing if you guys didn't know, you haven't followed the channel, those are the Trick Flow 227 11Rs. Those are the higher compression ones, the 57, 58 cc's. And those were donated to us from Trick Flow. They picked us up as a sponsor this year, so big shout out to Trick Flow. Thank you so much. Their intake and fuel rails are on that engine too. So again, go check out that video we put out on Saturday. It shows us putting that stuff together. And I'll go over the engine build again, you know, when we do the video for the break-in, and I'll show you guys a little bit closer. But that's a badass little intake, man. I'm really happy with the clearance of it and, you know, the way it sits on the engine and such. But Yote swap is expensive. It is. It is. But regardless of how you shake it, we did a live stream with Hanlon probably a year or so ago, and it had a lot of really, really, really good information in it. It was just like apples for apples, a 351 Windsor swap making 400 wheel, which would require 393 stroker, 387 stroker, 408 stroker. You might as well 408 stroke it if you're going to do it. 393 is a little budget way to get a stroker because you could use the factory rods and do a cheaper crank. But 408 stroker, if you got the money, that's the one you want. I think the 408 stroker is probably one of, if not the best engines for a Fox body, period. Whether you boost it, whether you nitrous it, whether you just NA it, it's just like literally made for that car. It's a bad bitch, and it's a 500 horsepower motor, even in the cheaper version of it. It could be as high as 700. I think our buddy, Tony Pelotano's in that range with his 408, 410. And you see what he's doing with stick shift. I mean, he's absolutely murdering, everywhere he goes. He's just killing it. I mean, the car is just absolutely doing everything he asked it to do, and then some. Anyway, so I'm gonna pull your man card if you swap. Come on, son. What's wrong with you? He's mad. So Brutal is he's doing a working live stream. He is pulling a transmission, and he's getting a little mad at me right now. He was razzing me before I got on the live stream, y'all. But I don't know how. That's not very nice. I didn't even notice. You can see my dad's car in the video right there, right past the garage. We'll talk about. We got a video coming up with my dad's car as well, fixing it and taking it back to the track. But we are heading to Vegas this week with my son. My son is, as you know, one of the stronger kids in Ohio in his weight class and age. And one of his dreams were to go lift on a world stage. And they're having a huge lifting competition, teenage all the way up to masters division, which is the old guys like me, in Vegas. So we're flying out Tuesday afternoon to Vegas. I'm super proud of my son. He's going to go out there and try to set a world record. He's going to set a state record there, and or at least attempt to. And we'll be there on the 8th, 9th, 10th, fly back on the 11th. Be back in early afternoon on the 11th. I'll have the white truck and the trailer loaded up, and it brings me into my next conversation, which we'll go back. We're going to go back to the 351 and YOTE shit when I get my little special guest to wash his hands and stop yelling at a transmission. But, super proud of him. We're going to head to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I hate flying. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Flying sucks. And from Ohio to Vegas, it's a one direct flight. It's like 3 hours, and then back it's like 5. And I don't know. I mean, this shit makes me nervous. I don't like being on a plane. But it is what it is. And when we were in the military, we had to fly on a plane all the time, and I hated it then too. That was even more sketch. You think there's driving down these tracks in these stick shift stuff is sketch? Try getting in the C-130. Shit's shaking all over the place, killing me. That dude has that dude has legitimately. That dude can who you talking about, Tony? I don't have a 351 block, but I do have 3 small block 302s. Do you think worth punching one of them? 331, 347 is a good motor. All day. Yeah, that's a check. Almost 50. What's up, Jim? Get some video of it if you don't mind. What video did you are you talking about? What do you think about the AFM cams? Anderson Ford Motorsports? That's what's in my white car. We have a B451 camshaft in our white car, and we just gave away an N41 that I still have to send the gunner. Man, I'm so sorry, gunner. It's not funny. C-130 doing a tactical hot landing is a blast, sir. Yeah, right. Tony can shift a car like a mother. So I'm selling off this turbo stuff as I put down in payment on a 408 Cleveland with a carb. That's a bad motor, man. Cleveland's a bad motor. This would have been a great topic for June. Why June, bro? Oh, 100%. I'll have video for you guys, 100%. I appreciate that. I will 100% share that with you guys. Going back to the 351 versus YOTE, Like I said, we'll talk about that a little bit more later. But I had to, I had a couple conversations on, a couple of emails, went back and forth with Neomustangs. It was just like, you know, why did you choose 351 Windsor over doing a YOTE swap? And I try to help people as much as I possibly can with the topic, and I tell them, if you want the easy version or the easier version and something that's going to probably, regardless if you 351 Windsor swap or you YOTE swap, I think either one of them is going to be, profitable for your car. It's going to make the value of your car be just as good. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you carburate it, the 351 Windsor. If I think YOTEs have to be fuel injection with the control pack. Regardless, it's a good swap. Both of them are great swaps. But I'm a push rod guy. I'm a push rod guy for life, as you see behind me. The 393 stroker is a bad little bitch, and I can't wait to get that thing on the dyno. It starts with the 387 stroker. It's missing some fuel at idle. It's missing some fuel at drivability. You can definitely tell that there's a lot more air moving through that motor. But wide open throttle seems to be okay. Runs really good, regardless. It's a bad little bitch for sure. This would be a good selling out by turbo. Let me catch up here. Got a little bit behind here. Carb YOTE. I heard you could do a carb YOTE. Something about the cam phasing. Something about the variable timing, cam timing, right? Listen, I am not YOTE technical. Like I'm learning. I'm learning just like you guys. But you can carburate a YOTE, but there's something about the variable valve timing or something. I don't know. People's done it though. Where were you at, sir? You gonna stick ship race with us this year, or you just gonna put us off till next year again, Jeff? What's wrong with you? Come out there and have fun with us. We were stick shift racing this past weekend in the back half. It was like an asphalt. It's like we were racing on the street. I took a bunch of footage of it. I'll show you guys some of this stuff. But one thing I do want to show you guys was at the dyno this week, and I need the new Twisted Wedge 227s. Yeah, baby. You out of cylinder head? I do want to show you guys something. Big shout to Tom Clark, which we will see at Motor City Foxfest. We're going to be talking about that here in a second. Where you at? What do you guys think of this shit? Now, where'd it go? I know it's right here. I just put them in this folder. I don't understand. Hang on, I'm finding it. Okay, hang on. I don't know if these are on the site yet. Okay. I don't know what happened to them. You could use an MSD box for a 3-valve cutoff on the cam pickups on the back of the camshaft of the Coyote and use that box. They sell carburetor manifolds, and you just lock out the VCT. Okay, so you can do that. I wasn't not talking about you, Jeff. Oh. I'm going with trick flow heads as well with the 351. Can't wait. I'm telling you, man. Bad little bitches, for sure. I'm trying to find these. This stuff ain't making no sense, brothers. I was trying to show you something cool. Something that I've been working on. Hang on. There they are. How am I missing this stuff? Oh, anyway, been working pretty hard on getting this done. Eventually I'll be able to show you here. So since we talk about, like, you know, jack stand stuff, I wanted to show you. We've been working on this pretty cool. You know, jack stand church on Sundays, that's what we call it, right? So this is the white cars version. We're going to be putting these on the website. I don't know if Mike got them on the website yet. I have to check. These are pretty cool, I thought. What do you guys think of that shit? In the garage, yeah. Let me know if you're in the garage working on your car right now. I'd appreciate to hear that. I haven't talked to you guys in a couple weeks, so I hope you guys have been just as busy as I have been with this damn black car. I had a list, man. I had a whiteboard list, I don't know, 30 deep we had to go through, and I'm always talking about that stuff. Speed Engineering has cheap long tubes for Coyotes. I've seen those. I think Brutal actually put them on his car. Is that right? I'm in the garage with my YouTube. What's up, Matt? Doing a Holly EFI wiring. Car is getting close. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I can't wait to see that thing out. You see this? You guys see the t-shirt or no? So it's, you know, since we do the, you know, we talk about getting our shit off the jack stands. I actually was going to just leave shit as SHIT, but figured I'd go ahead and cover it up a little bit. I don't know. We got the white car. We got the not that one. We got Dad's car. So if you look at the front, it's got like 2 wrenches and it's got a jack stand next to the Neo, kind of like holding it up. And he's got little jack stands in the back. Do work, get your shit up jack stands. I thought it was pretty cool. Figured it'd be something a little bit different. That way, when we do stuff on Sundays, we can be like, hey, go, you know, maybe do like a buy-in or some shit. Like, you know, buy this t-shirt, buy this sets of t-shirts or whatever. I don't know, whatever. There's another one too, and I can't find it. It's this one. Yeah, here's a black car. So I did the white car, the blue car, and the black car. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, Mike does a good job, and so doesn't Tom Clark for Stiflers. They do a really, really nice job with the art. Got finished up in the garage this morning. Got the line lock all finished up one step at a time. That's what I'm talking about, one piece at a time. Out putting the hood on, got his 347 done in his SN. Hell yeah. Got my RXT put in yesterday and finished putting it together today. Now I got to do 5 to 10 heat cycles. Yep. Heat cycles. When you guys are breaking in a clutch and you guys are running some stick shift shit, you ain't got to put the miles on it. They just give you a 250 to 500 mile range or whatever because they figure that's going to be about 5 or 10 heat cycles. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, heat cycling a clutch is exactly how you wear one in. To be honest with you, I only do about 3 or 4 before I go out and beat the shit out of it. Because the RXT McLeod that I run is a really good clutch, and it's very forgiving, and it wears in pretty fast. You know, making a couple adjustments and be done with it. Mike Sherrill tore down transmission today after shattering third old TF5. Any recommendations in a heavy-duty T95 set? Nah, bro. It might be time for a TKX, bro. I would just fix it, sell the T5, put the money towards a TKX. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, third gear is always going to break counter. T5 is notorious for third gear shattering. And it usually, like I said, it usually takes the counter shaft with it. And that's one of the problems that TKO's had as well. Third gear was always, it's just a small gear. You know, a TKX is much more robust, and so isn't a T56. The gear is quite a bit bigger and stronger. And, you know, you can still break a TKX just as much as you could a T5, but I tell everybody with the T5, if you want my honest opinion, take your T5, sell it, or take your T5 swap and sell it, and put that stuff towards a TKX. That's just the best way to do it. So I think they're up on the site soon, neomustangs.com. Anyway, Pushrod versus Vote. So Motor City Foxfest. Let's talk about that real quick. Is anybody going to Motor City Foxfest? Like I said, we're going to Vegas on the 8th, flying till the 11th, and then we are headed, as soon as I get off the plane and get home, get cleaned up, I got a 3.5-hour trip to Detroit. So I'm going to be traveling up to Detroit Friday night. I think Cousin Paul's going to be on ground Friday. I think he might be going to the show, so you might see Sandy's car and Cousin Paul's car and my booth and everything set up there, but I will not be there until Saturday morning. So it's going to be a long week for me ahead of me. Motor City Foxfest, I mean, that's just where we're at. It's one of the shows that I refuse to miss. I think it's one of the hottest shows of the year for the last few years. If you get a chance, it's 79 to 04, the Fox chassis. And, a lot of people would argue that's not a Fox body, it's not a Fox body. But if you talk to any Ford engineer, he will tell you Fox bodies went from 79 to 04. And that's the chassis design. And they obviously changed it and modified it over the eras. You get into the SN95 and you get into the new edges and such like that. But it's still considered a Fox body. So it's a nice show to go to. Obviously, it's sold out already. All the parking spots are sold out from what I understand. And that's going to be, if you're anywhere near the Detroit area or want to plan a quick trip or whatever, it's a Saturday's usually the day that it all happens. There's going to be plenty of vendors on site. Hopefully they got ice cream and food and stuff. Like that was one of the things that was lacking the last couple of years. And it's not to anybody's fault. The show is growing and it's growing momentum. And one of the coolest things about the show in Motor City Foxfest is the fact that, you get a chance to be with, other Ford enthusiasts at the Ford headquarters. So you're behind the Ford headquarters of where it all starts, where it all gets decided. So that's one of the cool nostalgic things about Ford Motor City Foxfest is it's actually at the Ford headquarters and right there in Detroit, right there in the Motor City, baby. So I'm getting my car together for Ford Takeover in September. Maybe next year I could do it. Yeah, definitely put that. That's a good one to put on the schedule for sure. So that is definitely one of the ones you want to consider. So. Give me 1 second here. So we're going to get back into the conversation here in a second. I do a turbo, I turbo my stock 302. Why wouldn't you? Bird is going to be unleashed this week. Well, let's bring it, bro. Come on. So we did race this past week. Stick shift. We went to a stick shift event, which was one of our points races, and I'll talk about that real quick. Yeah. We ended up taking a split win, you could call it. The track, we were all in the finals, the small tire finals. We were in the True Street finals and buyback and stuff like that. But, the stick shift racing here in Ohio has gotten so fast. Like these guys, John Askey, Cody Hartman, Chris Markham, just to name a few. These guys, 1,000 horsepower cars. You got S650s showing up now with blown Whipples. It's really kind of cool to see. It's really, really kind of cool to see, and I'm really happy to be part of it. So, but this is one of our passes with Cody, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what you're looking at. This is legitimately like street racing for sure. And there's actually 2 yellow lines going down the middle of this. This is the absolute back half of Coyote. It's a pretty cool little pass. This is asphalt. This is just like street. Got down So we were running pretty good all night long. We got some other footage of, but we did end up taking a win, or at least a split, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm trying to find something else for you. I got so much footage of this stuff. And I appreciate everybody that sent me some stuff as well. Hang on. I was trying to preload this stuff before it happened. Good. Being a street, that car took off. The tire wadded up there. I probably need about a pound or two of air right there. But I think I had my settings, my shock settings just about right for the back half. It's pretty nice. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see if he responded. I love the channel. The best fox body content on here. Got a 302 in the garage and needing rebuilt. Twin turbo, the 393. Too much compression. The white car sounds so good making pulls, I swear. I appreciate that, Joe. I would have liked to have done the 12.0 index. So that's one thing that's good about the stick shift racing. The next race, the next stick shift race that we have in August is going to be absolute fire. Absolute fire. It's in Magnolia, so we're going to go back to the track. Most likely they won't. I don't know if they'll have the new surface up or not. Regardless, as it sits right now, they haven't touched the track yet. So which means we get to go down that sketchy-ass track at least one more time this year. And I think what I've done is we're going to be doing a waffle with Trick Flow. So if anybody's interested in helping support the channel and possibly winning something really cool and supporting some of the stick shift shit that we got going on, we're going to be doing a top-end kit with Trick Flow. I think it's like a $3,800 retail. Complete top-end kit. I think that's what they sell for, is $3,800. And we're going to be doing 50 spots at $100. And the majority of the profit, $1,000 of that profit, which is most of it, is going to go towards the Magnolia race at the end of August for the stick shift class. And I also have a Mickey Thompson free performance tire card that I'm going to probably throw on that race too. So you heard it from me. I'm going to have like $3,000 worth of shit on that stick shift race that weekend. And that has nothing to do with the buy-ins themselves. So, 10 cars show up. There's going to be $4,500, $5,000 worth of shit to be split up in one and whatever. So it's going to be a really good time. I think that's going to be a really good track to draw a lot of attention to because it's a true outlaw, true no prep front half. It doesn't even have a timing system. So I've always liked that track. It's definitely true no prep, but you can get down on it just like any other track. Once it gets into the night, though. We'll see what happens, though. That's what we're looking at. That's what I got stick winning in our thumbnail. We did take a W last night on 7 cars on the back half with split W, whatever you want to call it. The track did go away, and there was some issues. But Chris Markham had his car really fast, and that's what I would have had against the finals. But regardless, Magnolia, which is our 4th out of 5 races with Tremec, because it's an official Tremec point series, which I think we're actually tied with John right now or something like that. We're close, So I'm just trying to represent you guys here in the channel and trying to do something for racing, man. I love stick shift racing, and it's just, I'm just trying to make the class grow, trying to get interest and attention to people and, and even spread the money out. It's just not make it all, winners, winner take all. You know what I mean? I got a second chance race for people to win some money back, and I'm getting some good companies involved, and I want to big shout to Hanlon Motorsports because they're one of the biggest sponsors and providers for that. So What's up? It's 417 Fox in the house. We were just talking about your shirts, brother. We were just talking about these that we were going to put up on the website. So if you guys, when you go to neomustangs.com and you buy hats and shirts from us, because we've got a bunch of them there, we got stick shift specific ones that don't even have a brand name on them. So if you got like a T5, T56, G101A, TKX, you could wear a stick shift shirt and not have Neo's name on it, and kind of represent the transmission that's in your car. So that's pretty cool too. We got a couple of those on there. But uh-oh. Oh, it's time for. Is it time for some pushrod church? What's up, boys? I got an echo.
What's going on?
On the TV?
Oh yeah, let me turn this down a little bit so we don't get an echo.
All right.
Hold on.
You had to come in on that YOTE. You had to come in on that YOTE one, boy.
You know.
I mean,
I gotta do it.
Okay, he gonna do it.
Actually, yeah, we've been working on the car, so I hadn't heard for the last 10 minutes, which I've been talking about.
Nah, we just been talking about stick shift racing. Go ahead.
Oh, stick shift racing.
What's up, Real Teal in the house? What's up, baby? It's good to see you, brother.
This guy right here says he's gonna do some stick shift racing. Mm-hmm.
Who you got? What you got, brother? Are you hiding those nitrous things underneath the intake yet?
Yeah, that's my scramble button.
It's all motor, bro.
It's all motor. This is all motor right here.
I already see a solenoid in the back.
Yeah.
That ain't no brake line.
So is Real Teal gonna be there this year? What's up?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, is there a reason why he needs to be there?
Well, yeah.
I'm baiting him right in, Heath. I'm baiting him
Oh,
right
no.
in.
Berger's already told him he's going to try to get in his ass.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Are you serious?
That's just
so
how
just
we
so
roll.
You guys know, Heath Maxwell, right here, 2SR, he has the fastest stick shift nitrous car, small block nitrous car in the planet. It's a 7-second car.
Berger said for now. Nitrous car. Yeah, see, you already short now.
Pushrod life, boy. I think he's got a 410. Has he got a 410 or 427? I forget. I think it's a 410.
I think it's a 410. Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't know what a 410 is, just a 40 over 408. Usually 408's a 30 over. It's just like my motor that I sold to Dave Willis, the one I used to have in the white car, is a 410. But brutal in the house.
Yeah. Can't see. Let's see. There we go. Comments. All right. Yeah. Here we go. So, yeah, I just thought I'd pop in for a few minutes. We're working on the Calypso, trying to get this damn T56 out. So we got a new clutch for it. And the night that I put the T56 in, the next morning I got a message and says, hey, your clutch is shipping. So I had to pull it back out.
What clutch did you put in there in a shamble?
I put the Vengeance twin disc in it. I'm trying to figure out why I can't flip the camera around. There we go. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. That just cuts it off. I don't know.
Just turn it around.
I mean, I can, I guess, but it's horrible.
Yeah, you did. You had the Vengeance one in.
Yeah.
So, how did it work out for you?
I don't know. We never ran it. We put it in that night, and then the next morning, Bob sent me a message and said, hey, the clutch is on the way. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You sponsored up.
Sponsored up, thanks to you. So you hooked that up. So that's been awesome.
No. You hooked that up when you bought that, So
yeah, we can't get into that.
About that one?
No. We can't. Yeah, we can't get into that part. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
We're just waiting on the go ahead on that. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so he sent me the message the next day. Actually, Brian did from McLeod and said your clutch is on the way, and I'm like, oh shit.
He's the guy that sends it out.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh my god, here we go. So yeah, we had to pull it out, and we're gonna go ahead and set all that stuff up, and we got to wait on a drive shaft anyway. So Inland, we'll be getting a drive shaft from them.
Did you get a carbon fiber or did you get an aluminum?
No, aluminum 1350.
There you go. You need that.
Yeah, so
1350 is big. That's the big joint in the back. So you guys don't know, Fox bodies are 1330s, and they're pretty weak back there, the drive shaft.
Yeah, they are for sure. Ask Berger. This dude broke like. So he broke 2 drive shafts right on the Fox body, and then he turns around, gets his
rear?
in the rear. I think it was where he broke it.
The U joint or the actual drive shaft?
I did damn drive shaft.
Son,
Yeah, we've got one.
Tighten your
We've
damn
got
bolts.
no, bro. It broke the drive shaft like just rip. Just never seen
on
no
this
shit
new
like-
motor.
No. This was with the 306 or 308. I'm sorry, 308. Excuse me. He said, "Hey now."
Jeez.
But yeah, we had some issues, and I think we got all that stuff addressed. But this guy will break a drive shaft in a heartbeat.
I mean, that's what you do when you hey, that's what you do when you put it in reverse and then slam it in first.
Yeah, he even broke the one in his truck as soon as he got it back on the way to work. I'm like, how do you do that? Drive shaft's like a half a mile up the road, and I'm like, how fast were you going to coast 2 miles? Yeah, dude's crazy.
So okay, so you're kind of the we're having this conversation tonight about push rod and Yotes.
Yep.
So where are you at? Since you have legitimately purchased a Yote, how you feel? Be honest.
I don't know, man. I just don't really. I'm not digging it right now. They're too noisy for me. I'm just
really.
I'm probably not the right one to ask this question. I respect them. Like, here's the thing. Like, if I'm being honest, I respect the Coyote. I know they make good power. But ultimately, if you want to get down to brass tacks and you want to fully build one or the other or both, in my opinion, the push rod is superior. Period. If you're gonna build an engine, I still think the push rod's superior. Do I like the Coyote? Yes, but they're so noisy and they're so finicky, and I just don't think they're for me. You know what I mean? Like, I drove Foxcast car with a Coyote in it and loved it. I just don't think it's my thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, real quick, Real Teal said he's going to make Berger sell his car.
Hey, Berger. He said he's going to make you sell your car. That's it? All right. No comeback, no nothing.
Let the car do the talking.
Let the car do the talking, he said.
Oh, you hear that?
Okay, well, we got to,
Hey,
you better be.
heating up for Ford Takeover. He coming off trailer and he's going to point at you. Tip his hat, point at you.
Yeah.
Hey, he's going to point at you and he's going to point at the lanes.
Yeah, Berger said he needs some help first, so, like, hold up. So, in all honesty, to be completely transparent, Heath has helped us out a lot. We've taken some pointers and some ideas from Real Teal. This is just some friendly banter, but do know that when the lights drop, the bullshit stops. I mean, obviously, right? We understand that. But we're all friends, and we help each other out and stuff like that. But I would assume that Berger would like to outrun Real Teal. Who wouldn't? If we're being real. But it's going to be a feat.
Well, I think you guys are both locked in on that on Jacob Lamb's race. So if you guys aren't familiar, there's an NA and a. Now, when I say NA, there's an NA class that's not just a Yote class; it's an all-motor class, and there's also a power adder class for Ford Takeover. So
I'm looking at some.
there's quite, Jacob Lamb's done a really really nice job setting that up. Him and I spoke in Bowling Green. And I just didn't have it in me I just had too much going on to get to put another Ford Takeover together. And he's like, dude, I'll just run with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. He was
going to run with it anyways. He's just like, that whole weekend he wasn't even racing the Yote class, and he's just like, I'm just going to put this together right now. And he's done it. Above and beyond what I've done.
Well, we needed that. Ford Takeover was. I mean, here's the sad reality of it. Berger actually kind of built this car for that. Now, granted, he wanted this car, don't get me wrong, but he really built this car so that he could take it to Ford Takeover and run it and try to be competitive. So it was a low blow whenever we found out that there might not be a stick shift race. So this is nice.
Well, I'm glad that it was just heavy on my heart, bro. I'm out there running with these 7-second cars over in Bowling Green, just giving her hell. You know, I run 880s, 890s, 870s, and these cars are running like 80s and 77s. I'm like, I can't keep up with these dudes. You know, we did have a couple good races and got, you know, you luck up on the up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they was coming, man. You know, when I'm coming through the traps at 158 and there's a car coming at 174, you know what I mean?
That's coming up hot.
That's coming hot, son. So I had a good time, though. I would, you know, I'm not scared of racing anybody.
Well, maybe you should put a Coyote in it, and then you can outrun everybody. Just ask Hanlon.
Oh, you know what? Hanlon's just like, he's scared of the power anyways.
Yeah, he's scared of the power. I keep hearing that, but.
So here's something I want to ask you. Let's get technical real quick with the YOTE versus pushrod.
Okay.
What have you noticed power-wise, seat of the pants, which one, how does one react versus the other? Good question.
Well, obviously, we know that the Coyote doesn't make as much torque down low, but I'll say this. Typically, if you're out racing, you're going to be in the right power band. I will say that it's not as noticeable as most people think. But
the pushrod
okay,
or Coyote?
so the Coyote itself doesn't make a lot of torque down low. We know that.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is when you're racing, you're typically in that power band. You're in that RPM range you need to be in when you leave, which is why Hanlon leaves on the freaking rev limiter. Or if you're roll racing or whatever, you're going to get yourself into that power band. So you don't notice the lack of torque as much. But what you do notice is how they do not stop pulling. Now, for reference, the Calypso will turn 72, 7,300 RPM, no problem, right? It still doesn't feel like this thing. This thing feels like a rocket ship. Once it gets up into the higher RPM, you know, around 7,500 or so, it's a different animal. I will give it that. But as far as seat of the pants, I can't really tell a lot of difference, to be honest with you, between a pushrod and a Coyote. I know that's not what people want to hear, but I really don't notice it that much. Just being honest.
And that's something that, you know, we're really, you know, looking forward to beating the shit out of a Coyote motor eventually. I mean, I got a junkyard one sitting over here on the stand, and like I said, I want to build a 321. I think that would be a good build.
Yeah.
And I'd put it in something. I mean, it's not going to go in my black car. I mean, that 393 is going to probably be in there forever. You know, what I mean? It's going to be all motor. You know, just fun little street car. And white car is going to always be what it is until the coupe replaces it. So,
well, can we put nitrous on the 393?
Hell yeah, we can.
Okay. All right.
Well, what you trying to get at?
No. I'm just saying, like, you might as well go ahead and put nitrous on it.
So, are you going to have the Calypso? The Calypso's got the same motor.
Yeah,
it's a solid roller and bigger.
Just a 393, 10.5 to 1 compression, solid roller. Nothing crazy, honestly.
Is it going
I don't know
for
what
a takeover?
Yes, it's going to Ford Takeover. I'm going to try to make some passes if I can, but I'm not going to run the race. That's already done anyway. But there might be a chance to do some grudge racing or something like that. But we'll see. We got to know where the car is first.
I thought about bringing the black car as well, just to have a little bit of fun and make some glory passes and see what happens.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking with this car. So the idea is we're going to ramp in a 300 shot, all controlled through the Terminator X. All of the nitrous stuff will be ramped in through the Terminator X.
300 shot?
So that's what this car had. Well, it had a 250, and then they sprayed it with a 300 occasionally. On a 250, it went 560 with an automatic, obviously. So it's not going to go quite as fast. But I figure if we can ramp in a 250 to 300 on the car, I'd be happy with a 620.
Shit.
630.
That car going to scare you at 250 shot. You ramp it in maybe
probably about
6.7 seconds out.
Yeah, probably. Well, to start with, we're going to be safe with it. We're going to try to ramp it in around 1.5 to 2 seconds and feel the power on the big end, see if the tires are going to hold on the big end, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Well, to start with, yes, we're going to run the car on motor. And
you can leave 60 foot on motor, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you can. You can probably put a little bit of a delay, but I've never worked with the Terminator X nitrous controller. And from what I'm understanding, it only starts at like a 20% ramp.
Oh, okay.
So, but whatever. I mean, it should be fine on a 20% ramp. And then we'll bring it in within a couple of seconds and just see how the car reacts. We're going to take baby steps with it. We're not going to, go out there and try to be the hero and crash the damn car. But
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's keep
no,
it
no,
in the
no.
ditch.
But I would absolutely love for the car to go 20s. I don't know that it will. I don't know if I can drive it good enough to go 20s, but if I can, that would be the number I'm shooting for with the car. I'd be happy with that.
Hell yeah! Sounds like you got a lot going on over there.
Yeah, we got quite a bit. Matter of fact, the T56
Which
is
one
out
did you
right
get?
now. So we've got to put the adjustable pivot stud in for the
You
new
know
clutch.
what size that is?
Do I know what size what is?
The adjustment.
Well, I'm not gonna go based off of like the recommendations. I'm gonna base it off of the angle. So
I found that all my T56 were 1.25 inches from the front plate to the tip of the pivot ball.
okay, and you ran the McLeod the RXT in there too, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
1.25 inches is right where it's at. Just put your
1.25
measurement-
inches. Let me write that down.
Put it right against the back plate versus the tip. I mean, just take it, lock it down. It's done.
That pretty parallel, I guess you would say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Perpendicular, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, whatever word that is. So, and that's with the adjustable pivot stud.
That's all I use is the adjustable. Yep. Put a little
Okay.
little blue Loctite on it. Lock the lock stud in 1.25 inches.
All right, 1.25.
Yep. And you'll
I'll
see
save that number, and that'll be a good starting point, if nothing else. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Baby. I've been doing the. I mean, we've taken 2 or 3 or 4 T56 swaps out of multiple Fox bodies, and
Have
that was
you
one of
done?
the problems that they got? You know that original factory one's just too. I think it's too long.
Yeah. You talking about the clutch arm?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the pivot stud.
Yeah, the stud in the actual transmission. I think it's
Mine
too
was
long.
good. Mine was parallel or whatever the hell you want to call it, perpendicular. It was good. But with the new clutch, it's probably going to be a little off. Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Have you done the T56 Magnum with a 351?
Yes.
What headers did you use?
Well, they were turbo, so I haven't.
Ah,
done a
shit.
T56 I haven't done a T56 with a long tube.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you BBK headers do not fit very well.
So, well, I'll tell you what, man. If you look at my TKX one underneath my black car, it's literally wrapped. Those headers, there's no room. So I could see the
Yeah, there's-
Magnum swap. There's just no way.
No way. I had to beat the headers to death to be able to get the clutch arm to work because it's at the 7 o'clock position.
It's at the 7 o'clock.
And it just messes everything up. But all in all, it went in really smooth once I beat the headers. It's a fairly easy swap, obviously. I had gotten aggravated, after that swap because it was not like a TKX. Obviously, you can just toss those in. But I think it's worth it in the end to have that extra gear, because we can go 456 if we want to in this car. Whatever gear it needs, we'll be able to do. And I went taller first gear, so I went 266 and a 66. To be able to give myself some room for more gear.
In the rear gear, yep.
Yep. So I went that route, and I think we'll be good.
The good thing about yours, I have the 297 faceplate in the white car, and I actually have three or four 266s here, and it's kind of funny. There is a gear drop between third and fourth, and on the close ratio, is it wide or is it close? I can't remember the name of it. The 297 gear.
I think it's wider from what Hanlon was telling me.
297 is wide, and I think 266 is close. Regardless, the 297 has a definite gear drop between third and fourth.
Yeah,
Whereas the 266 is nice and even like the TKX. 1, 2.
I think that's what I understood, which was part of the reason why I went ahead and went this route. I may be wrong on that, but I think you're right.
You did the exactly right thing. Use the rear gear as the definer.
That's right. We're going to drop 410s in it, but right now it's got 327s, but we're going to put 410s in it and try the car with that and let it run out the back door. If that's not enough, then we'll move up to probably a 456 or something and see.
The car's
430.
Gonna be leaving mad.
But-
You got a cage in that car yet?
No, not yet.
Hey,
We'll get one eventually.
Of course I got a cage in there. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Some PVC pipe and shit. Yeah, it looks like a cage. Nah, we'll get to all that at some point. Everybody that's watched the channel for a while knows that this car was headed in the direction to be God, dare I say race car? I don't want to use that term, but a raceable car. And we kind of just stopped with that. So now I'm to the point to where we're picking back up with it, and there's some things that need to be done. It needs a cage. It needs double adjustable Vikings. It needs. I don't even have a freaking steering rack. I need it. My Unisteer went in my poop coop, so I've got to buy that again and some other stuff. But ultimately, I would say by first of next year, this car should be ready to go. Cage and everything.
Nice.
And then if this motor goes, what we're going to do is probably a high compression 408.
Like something like this one's 10-1.
This is
So
10
you're
and a half
doing
to
like
1. We're
12,
probably going to
13
go
to 1.
probably 12 to 1. And then we're going to do a set of, I've got a, what's the damn thing you check your inside your cylinder walls with?
A scope?
The camera, yeah. I got a bore scope. And I'm going to stick it down in there, and we're going to see what pistons we have. Because remember, I didn't build this engine. I bought this. I know it's an inline head for sure because that's what these heads are that are on it right now. But if they're double cut, I'm going to go to the Trick Flow 227 as well.
Let me tell you what, them fucking heads are.
Oh, I know. Hell, I've been running the 205s, and they're ridiculous for what they are. So I know these things have got to be stupid
I can't wait
good.
to see what these two.
It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be freaking nasty.
So good, bro.
Dude, it's gonna be nasty.
All over the road. I put a little flip into it. I'm like all over.
I love it. I love it.
I definitely, I go to Ford Takeover. I'm not coming to competitive. I mean, my white car's on a mission right now to try to win the stick shift stuff that's going on, and I got a lot of racing to do with it. So if I came to Ford Takeover, it would be more of a just kind of chill, bring the black car, show you how pretty it isn't, show you how fast it isn't, and just hang out with my homies.
Well, that's it, man. Look, the Calypso's in the same predicament. It's not the prettiest, it's not the fastest, but it's what we built on the channel, and I want to show everybody, what we've done with the car. And Iron Mountain says that we are ruining fox bodies to make race cars. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's whatever, bro. We got
that started happening well before us, brother.
Yeah, we got fox bodies everywhere, man. I mean, here's the thing, to talk about that because we hear this all the time. You're ruining these cars and making race cars out of them. No, I'm not, because my car's not front half or anything. You can stick a cage in it, you can cut that out. Anything that I'm doing to this car, it'll still be a street car, and it'll always be a street car. I will not own a trailer queen. Nope. Against my rules.
What? And it don't even matter, Nakia. It don't even matter. It's our car. We'll
for sure.
The hell we won't.
For sure, absolutely.
Don't like it, don't watch.
Don't watch. That's it.
You don't like it? There's other.
Yeah.
There's a red X there's an X at the top of the screen.
For sure, and that's just the way it is. We've been doing YouTube forever, and I had some people say, the hell with all the negative comments. Don't read them and don't let them bother you, but. Because I've actually been on YouTube longer than people realize. I've been on YouTube since like 2008 and on streetfire.net before then, posting videos. I have heard this shit just as you have. I've heard this stuff for so long. You eventually get tired of it. And I'm kind of to the point now where I'm like you are with it. Hey, if you don't like it, don't watch. I'm not catering to everybody anymore. We're going to do what we do and hope you guys like it.
I'm here to have them inspire me, and then they inspire. I inspire them, they inspire me. We do some good shit, we do some cool shit, and it's just like, I preach so much on Sunday. It's just like it doesn't matter what they think of your car. My cars will never win any car shows. I'll be the one that gets passed over. It's not going to win any dyno events. It's not going to be the fastest car at a racetrack. And that's where we get into this whole, like, what? Let me preach real quick, bro.
Hell, preach, brother.
We get what y'all don't see, and what a lot of people don't see, and what the hell I hate about social media the most is you don't see the 1,000 hours or the hundreds of hours of Mike Berger sitting behind you doing what he's doing right now. And all you see is TikTok and Instagram, 15 seconds of a car going down the street with some loud-ass mufflers and just like a couple little clips on how they built it or whatever. You don't see the struggle, man. You build you.
That's right.
You build you. I don't give a if the car's pink, bro. Whatever, to each their own. You know, I'm real passionate about the fact that that's somebody's money and that's somebody's time that took their own time to build. Leave that man alone.
That's right. And I'm to the point now to where, I almost want to change people's
Miles per
minds
gallon.
about it. I want people to understand, like, instead of just letting the trolls go, sometimes I do like to argue with them. And it's simply to maybe sway somebody. I know you probably never will, but you might be surprised. But my thing is, be open-minded, let people do the things that they want to do, and try to be understanding. That's all you got to do. Just be understanding and don't, post hateful stuff. And it's that simple.
I'm gonna tell you, Brutal. I will walk by a GT40 to go over and look at a patina coupe.
Absolutely.
I'll be like, "That's a cool car, man. Now, you don't see a lot of GT40s." I'm like, "Hey, man, what you got in this car?"
Yeah. I like
That's
to see
me. That's me, bro.
which is why I have such a hard time with the 21, is because I didn't build this car. And people need to understand whenever they say I'm foxbody biased, yes, I am. I'm never going to deny that. And here's why, because
Respect your elders, baby.
yeah, I built my cars as you have, and as most of these people watching right now, they've built their cars, and you take pride in the things that you built with your own hands. Look at these two guys over here right now. They're grinding it out. They're getting after it, doing the simple things. This whole car will be built from scratch right here. Okay. When it's all said and done, do you think he wants to get outrun by
A camera?
that? That somebody just bought? Of
No.
course not. Of course not. So,
That's
and that's kind of where I'm at with it. I respect them, and it's a cool car. But even if I put a blower on it, this car will have 3% of what I put into the Fox bodies done by me in it. And to me, it's more important, the work that we put into these cars. The same goes for the guys that are listening and watching right now that have built their car. I respect it. Look, it's like Neo said, I will walk up to a patina fox in a heartbeat and look at it, right? I respect the hustle and what you've done. You can come up with a brand new car, that's cool, but that's just a credit score.
Ooh, that's deep right there, baby. But you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. And listen, one thing I did notice at my stick shift race, and I'll come off topic real quick about that credit score, is I am seeing the new S650s, 550s. I'm starting to see the LT or LS1s, the Camaros. I'm starting to see some good stick shift. Because those cars ain't slow.
No, for sure.
Blown. They both were blown with Whipples. And, they were getting down on the back half, and they didn't give a shit. So there's something to be said, about people putting in work on the new cars as well.
Oh, for sure.
But, the Fox bodies where my heart lies, the push rods where my heart lies. And I know, the YOTE is just like that, it's like that. I'm not even going to say it like that. It's like that shiny diamond in you know what I'm finishing.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
It's that sunlight. It's just like you wanna build one, brother.
It's so crazy because it's such a touchy subject. You sound like a hater. You sound like a hater. You sound like a boomer. I've heard all that stuff. But it's not so much that as look. This goes back to the 0304 Cobras, and it started in 2002 when these things hit the lots and people started put Nitrous Pete. Remember him? All those guys back in the day, they were putting nitrous on these cars.
Nitrous Pete from New York, right? He had a red Fox body.
So, he ended up with a Terminator. I think he put a nitrous kit on a Terminator and had an article in one of the magazines. But the point is, they were making those cars fast back then, and the hate was real then too. It really was. As time goes on and people start to really build these cars more, I'm sure, have more respect for it. But at the same time, I kind of feel like I do about the 0304 Cobras as I do with the new Coyote stuff. They're cool. I've owned them, but it's just not the same as touching every nut and bolt in a car. And it's not even Fox body, man. I don't give a shit if you got an old Camaro, old Mopar, doesn't matter.
G-body, baby. Woo!
G-body, whatever. If you're putting in that work and you building these things from scratch, I don't care how slow or how fast they are. I have so much respect for that.
Me too.
So there again, guys, it's not that I'm hating on the Coyotes. I love this thing. I drive it pretty much every day. It just doesn't hit me in the feels like the old cars do.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's all I can say about that. All right, so let's talk about Ford Takeover real quick because
Yeah, baby,
I
let's
can
go.
go on and on and on about that.
I wish Foxcast was here. I'd send him an invite. I don't know if he's in chat. If you're in chat, just hit me up.
So Ford Takeover this year is going to be crazy on our end. We're going to be bringing a lot of new people. Berger's going to be coming for the first time. Berger's going to be coming for the first time. Berger and Berger. Oh, you're going. You're going. Don't we want to see? Don't we want to see Papa Berger?
Absolutely.
Papa B. There we go.
Hey, put him in Calypso and make him race his son.
Do what?
Put him in Calypso and make him race his son.
Ooh, hey, that dude can drive right there.
That's
He can drive. Oh yeah, he can drive. He can
We're
drive.
finna find out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Berger, he can get down. So, he's got the Turbo Fox. So we'll see. He's working on some stuff on the rear end right now, but he may be there. Let's see. Hold on. Look at the front end of Berger's car here.
Don't pay attention to the alignment.
I can't. There we go.
Is it a receipt?
What's wrong with you? It looks like you didn't put the springs in. Better adjust your extension.
It's got 2-inch drop spindles on it, so the way that we had it set up originally. So we just got to adjust the coilovers.
Hey, all I'm going to say is spinning ain't winning.
And it ain't winning, he said.
You better make sure you got separation in the back.
He says the back end's coming up when he leaves. So he said he's going to have some separation.
Yeah. He going to have to separate. Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the Calypso actually has a little bit of separation too.
Wait, what did he say? I have unfinished business. What did you just say?
What did he say?
what did you just say right now?
Oh, he's mad. Handle get mad, man. You got to handle him with kid gloves, man. Handle him get upset with you, man. You got to be gentle with him. He gets in his feels about the Coyote stuff.
Look, I'll run a lap against his ass in my black car. I don't give a damn.
Dude.
He gonna try to tree me anyways and put me in red.
That's all he can hope for.
That's all he got, son.
That's all he can hope for is he trees somebody. He ain't gonna back half nobody.
Man,
dude, we're gonna make him so mad. That bitch is gonna show up with a blower.
It's messed up because it's like he's just like the kid in the back seat. He's like he can't even say anything.
You guys, yeah, he's gonna be mad.
He writing all this shit down, Nakia.
He gonna have receipts when he shows up at Ford Takeover. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
Hey, look, we're just cutting up. Handling Motorsport. I mean, his car is one bad piece of work right there. It's a 9-second Coyote all motor car, just so you guys know.
The thing is nasty. He's driving the shit out of it. I hate giving him credit. I do, but you got to give him credit. He's a driving mofo, and that car is
He's beat the white car.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He beat me on
a bad day. Just admit it. Just on a bad day.
I didn't have the CO2 on, and then
there we go.
Dude, he made a meme because I was pissed because I thought something was wrong with my turbo and the CO2 wasn't on. And he made a meme of me. You know how Michael Jordan cries? He put a face.
Yeah.
He put the Michael Jordan face on my on me trying to fix my turbo. He was like, "Oh, he lost the race." I'm like, okay.
Look,
I got you.
Look. You see handling up in the comment section talking about totally. Can you hear him saying it?
Yeah.
Totally.
Listen, I'm gonna walk up this car and be like this. I'm gonna Ed Bassmaster him. That's nothing.
Hadlin says he's showing up in jean shorts and an effing white New Balance. That's what he should do.
Oh, so he gonna dress like his dad now? You getting that old?
Oh, you gonna dress like Bob? He don't have a vet, man. He don't need to dress like that.
I'll put Bob in the black car and make him race his son.
Yeah.
We have to take the seats out and the bumpers and shit off of it.
He's already mad. He's not even commenting anymore. He's pissed off. So
yeah, he's all mad because he's in the back seat and he can't say nothing.
He's all pissed off. Can't even drive the car on the street. It's a freaking race car.
I know. It doesn't even have an alternator, I hear, Tail.
Actually, I think they were out driving it, messing with it a few nights back. So.
We just messing with you, baby. You know we're our favorite.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a Corvette. He's gonna look like a Corvette owner.
Yeah, basically.
Look, that's gonna be a cool intro if you was to do it. Have Hamlin getting out of his car with the New Balances on, like right there. His foot yes, he comes down the steps out of the car.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All business, son.
Hey, Like, all jokes aside, you need to come watch Hanlon run that car. It is something to witness. That car is nasty, dude. When he leaves, he leaves on the rev limiter pretty much, right? This car is nasty for what it is. I got to give him all the props in the world, but that's as far as I'm going to go with it.
Me and Tony have been trying to get him to put a little 100 shot of nitrous in, ramped up at about 1.5, 2 seconds out, and
why can't you get Tony to go? Speaking of which,
I think he has a race.
Well, that's a race.
Tony and Tesla's got a very busy race schedule, and he's he's been really killing it with the race with stick shift. I mean, he's won all the races he's been to, the Yellow Belly, Streetcar Bragging Rights, and War in the Woods. So I mean, he's got that car. KD's his next race. He's working right now, but KD he's coming back in Ohio because he stores it here in Ohio, and he's racing KD. If you guys are interested in racing him, he's got money against whoever can stay close, is what he calls it.
How are those heads working out for him?
He's got the same 227s I got on my 393.
That's why I'm asking. How are they?
They're bad. They're bad bitches.
Yeah. So
that motor made 700 range, from what I was told. I'm pretty sure that's open. And that's all motor, bro. So that's ridiculous.
So we're looking at 227s because I never finished that actually. So if these things are double cut pistons, we're actually looking at 227s. Mm-hmm. If they're a single straight line, we're going to go high port 240s. So either way, really good head, but I'm feeling like we're probably going to have to go high ports.
He's like, should I run Hamlin all motor? Oh boy.
Who said that?
Heath?
I think you should, actually. Hey, Burger, you think Heath should run Hamlin all motor? Motor to motor? I think so, too.
I think there needs to be 100 on it.
I think it does, yeah. A little side bet going on.
I got left lane.
We get a big pot. Well, Berger, you got a lot of work to do. You've been talking shit to Heath, and he's done like this is a race now.
Oh, he said, you've been talking shit.
He said, we're going to be in the finals anyway. Shit. Yeah.
Either that or you're going to break shit getting there.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, to be honest with you, we're laughing and joking about it and shit and talking, but we have no clue what this car is going to do, obviously. No clue. None. Zero.
So
but we're just going to try to have it there.
So the actual track is getting fixed right now. In mass traction, from what I understand. Oh boy. Hang on a minute.
Oh shit. Here we go. Here goes the chat. Here goes the live stream. Look at the comment.
Here we go.
What?
That.
Any developments on a potential race at Milan? I will keep you informed on that. So me and Tremick and I, Mike Kidd has teamed up with Jim Howe. I think it's Jim Howe and I think Pat Moosey for a potential stick shift one race T56 race. So I don't know if you're listening, Heath, but I think you might have seen me talk about that.
Oh, I thought you were showing me something.
But we will. I haven't got any more information on Milan just yet. It's getting. I don't know when it's going to be if it happens, but I'll make sure you know, Vance. Are you going to be coming? Listen, Vance, I'm going to be doing for our Stick Shift Point Series at Magnolia. You got to be there, bro. I got Trick Flow is going to throw some money on it with me with the waffle, and I think I'm going to bust out the Mickey Thompson car, bro. We're going to have probably $5,000 on that shit.
Hold that for a second.
$3,000.
I'll be right back.
What'd he say?
No, I don't know.
I sent you, Hanlon Racing. So what else you got to do to that car, Mike?
Waiting on the transmission should be here Tuesday, and then I got to order Medford drive shaft and fuel system. Got to order the fuel system this week. Probably gonna go ahead and order the blower to have it ready.
So are you doing like a Heritage gear?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's whiny.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
got a bunch of parts to get tuned and everything. I think I'll be cutting it close to Ford Takeover.
It's all right. Make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of shit on that race, Vance. So if you guys wanted to, you guys that run stick shift with us in the point series, it's getting close, man. I don't know. I haven't tallied up the points, but I think I might be in the lead by a half a point. I don't know. Not that it matters, but let me take a look real quick. Master, I was 2 points behind John.
What is
John
that?
lost semis. Is that right? So I am actually a half a point ahead of John. Yeah, so I think I'm in the lead. I don't know. We'll find out. Double points race now. Listen, Vance, there's going to be enough stick shift cars there that
Where's Hamlin at? His internet sucks.
Vance, there's going to be enough people that people there that it doesn't matter if you run through the field, you'll be right up there with us.
Berger wants to know if there's buybacks, first round buybacks.
Yeah.
Spray the house down. No, but I think he might do a second chance race, maybe. I don't know. I can't speak for Jacob Lamb.
We just need to do a damn first round buyback. That just increases the pot anyway because he's going to need it.
Yeah.
Oh, look who it is! Look who showed up.
Uh-huh.
This guy.
He needs better internet.
He does. His
What
internet
happens when
sucks.
y'all bust my balls?
Hey, his internet's like his reaction time.
Hello.
Handling in for everyone.
Totally.
Oh, look at him! Look, cheating ass.
And it's all
Look,
day.
the Coyote guy's got to have nitrous to run with the NA push-rod stuff.
Yo, dog, aren't you spraying
Shut
three?
up! It's not talking about me.
What happened to this? What happened to this live?
Dude, it's Hanlon's starry ass internet.
It probably is. Hang on. Let me fix it.
Fix it.
AFR 205 is what I've ran on a stock bottom end before, and it was too big.
Who said that?
Warren Bates. Yeah. Well, what's the biggest head you could have ran on a stock bottom end, and how long did it last? It's just.
All right, is that
Who
better?
said it's too big? Who said it's too big?
I think AFR 205s was too big for a stock bottom end.
What?
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think so. But I mean, I like to overhead a car anyway because we street race. So street racing and overheading a car kills a little bit of the torque, and you got the power on the big end. So that's what I like. It feels more like a Coyote then. Weak sauce out of the hole.
Oh yeah, those Coyotes. Yeah.
Yo, I've been taking all the notes. I'll be like, oh, not a streetcar. Oh, doesn't have an alternator. Oh, doesn't have nitrous.
I told you he's gonna have receipts. I told you. Look. Oh, whatever.
Get my ass. Not a streetcar. Hold on.
It's not. It's not a street car.
What's that?
Did you put a plate on?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you stole a plate off your dad's car.
That's your dad's
Somebody
plate.
learned how to streetcar. Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. Look at this. Oh my God.
Yeah. Don't be stirring up the brothers now. Mm-hmm. The fastest thing in your whole fleet, that Coyote.
Jesus Christ. So what's the chat saying about the whole Coyote versus pushrod thing? What's their take on
They
it?
already know. They know.
Well, I mean, it's a push rod channel, so I mean, what we
There was some hate. Was it? Please tell me there was some hate.
Nah, not really.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
They know.
Not really.
They already
They know?
They know.
So, Hanlon, let me ask you something. Are you up for the race with Heath on motor?
Dude, I don't care. Sure. I'll run them with spray. I don't care.
Hey, make sure he takes the
No,
bottle
well, that's
out.
not. No, we're not. I mean, there's no point in doing that.
Listen,
I mean,
no
don't you
disrespect.
have
He got to
nitrous?
get down the same track that everyone's got to get
I
down.
understand. I get it.
Doesn't
I get
matter.
it. But I'm just saying,
So,
though,
is there money on it?
like, I just want to know if you think it'll be a good race. I don't know what that car runs on motor, and he's not going to say anything. So, I bet probably be a good race.
It'd be a good
push
race.
rod for the win from Nice.
Transmission.
Push
I'm
rod,
sure
big
as
push
far
rod.
as slight as mine.
Coyotes are better. With my car having a strong hitch, I was considering making a weight ballast. That's a good idea, Vance. Coyotes need a 4-inch bore, turn it into a modern 351 Cleveland. So that gives you an idea, the temperature of the chat. You stirred them all up, bro.
Stirring them up. Hornet's
Stirring 'em
nest.
up.
Yeah.
Hornet's nest. Stirring them up.
Just stirred up the brothers.
I will say it, mid-9s.
So, all right. So can we talk about something? So, Hanlon, you actually are kind of
That
a
would
push rod
probably be
guy,
a very
too.
good race.
Yeah, because you run like a 980, don't you? 990. All motor.
Last year.
Last year.
Oh.
God. They'll probably be slower this year.
He said,
Probably.
last year. Okay. I put 50 on it then. Put 100 on it. Put 50.
Nah,
You gotta put a
50,
hundo
100,
on it.
whatever.
All right,
Yeah,
there it
100's
is.
fine.
For Takeover, off trailer, Friday night, test and tune.
Old Tamer versus Garrett's Tamer, because Garrett still hasn't sent me mine yet.
Yeah. Garrett. Jesus
Garrett.
Christ. Hey, did you ever talk to Garrett that day, Berger? He never answered, huh? Okay. You better talk to your boy. 'Cause we've been trying to get up with him, so Garrett needs to get up with us.
Yeah,
And he
mine.
and look, so me and Heath were supposed to hang out at the lake, right? I called him. He ghosted me. Just ghosted me. Yeah. No, Heath.
Oh, yeah.
Called him. Supposed to meet up at the lake, gonna hang out and stuff. Never heard from him. He was like, "Man, that slow ass dude. I don't want to hang out with him."
They went down there to Destin, I think, and did like a fishing trip or something.
Garrett's been fishing. Come on.
Garrett has been.
It needs to be out in the garage, man.
Yeah. Hey, we don't cut Garrett any slack. Now he needs to get off his ass and get this stuff done.
Yeah, I agree. Coyotes are straight nasty. I absolutely love them both. You're right, guys. This whole live stream wasn't about making you choose sides. You guys know how.
No,
I feel
it's
about
not.
the Yotes.
It's just good
not
fun.
An LS shit.
It's good fun for sure, but everybody's got their preference, right? And I'm gonna always take the side of the push rod. He's gonna he's the Coyote guy. He's gonna do that. Neo's kind of like, it don't matter to me, whatever makes power. But but ultimately, we all respect each other's cars and their setups and shit. And like I've said a million times, look, you need to go watch these two guys race. They're both badass drivers. You need to go see this shit in person. Ford Takeover it's damn good if you want to see these people drive. You want to see their cars. Everybody's going to be there. Handler will be there with his race car, and Neil will be there with his street car. It's going to be awesome. You're going to get to see everybody.
No. Streetcar.
I can show you an out of date tag up here too if you want to see it. Where's it at?
No. Hold on.
It's out of date.
He said streetcar.
Yo, look. Antique.
Hey,
Registered for life.
Show me the interior, bro.
Yeah.
Show me the interior. Flip that damn camera around. Nakia.
Oh, God.
Show me Mike's interior.
All right. I want to show Hanlon what an actual street car looks like.
Ooh. Hey, look.
It's full of parts, but seats. Well,
There's a
one
dash.
seat. I don't know where the other seat is, but
I'm in the middle of rewiring,
Holy
so not.
Sitting in the garage.
It's just
That makes it
everything
fun.
minus the back seat.
that freaking race car.
Mustang Chris, we're one insult. Did you touch my drum set?
Yeah, look.
Whatever. Yeah,
They'll
this is
have
a
two
freaking
seats,
race car. Look,
factory door
everybody.
panels.
That's what a race car looks like.
What are you talking about?
That's a freaking race car, dude.
He's got weight balances through that whole car. Like he got weights like everywhere. Like he's lifting
The
weights.
car weighs like 1,300 pounds.
2,600 with him in it.
24.
Oh,
2,400.
Streetcar my ass. That's a good
absolutely ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous.
My poor black car's back here and hiding in the. It's just like, man, I'm like 3,600.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
It even got a street battery in. I took my 16 volt out too.
Oh my jeez.
Street battery.
You have a battery
Street
firewall.
car.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a
Yeah.
fuel cell firewall.
Exactly.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop
streetcar. Streetcar.
Right.
If it's
What's the
plated,
chat
if it's
saying?
plated and insured, you drive the shit on the street.
Both
whatever.
streetcars. No. One is a streetcar. One's not a streetcar. That red one's not a streetcar.
Oh, is it not a streetcar because I got a Honda Civic rad? Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty
First
much.
of all, that's vermilion. Or is
Ooh,
that
is
right?
that
That's an
vermilion?
EP paint code.
It is. It is
So-
factory Vermilion.
Vermilion, though, actually has several different codes. And
'Cause there's
it
like
does.
a dark red.
Yeah. So that's actually what the retro is.
I used to know it off the top of my head. EP. Factory EP.
Yeah, EP.
Yeah.
That's the
EP.
It's sad we know that shit.
Yeah, I know, right? I actually opted for the more like orangish red on mine. Because they did have
That's
a couple
like the,
different
that's like
ones.
the Cabaret.
Yeah, the
Wipers.
Cabaret,
Come
Cabernet.
on.
That's
I don't
actually
know.
that
I know
color's
actual
growing on
streetcars
me.
that don't have wipers.
What?
My wipers work. My
Street
white
cars
car.
have wipers, bro. That's what we do. See, look at this. This car, the street car here. See, it's got wipers.
It's not a streetcar. It don't have wipers. Totally.
Oh, damn. Oh shit. It's not. Who's that?
What it say?
They'll always have a 10 millimeter.
See you, Bama.
All right, Bama. It's good to see you tonight.
All right, Bama. Well,
Anyways.
guys, I'm about to wrap it up. I got to go over here and help Berger.
That's all right. It was break time, Coach.
Yeah, well, we got the transmission out. I got to get the bell housing out and index it so handling won't go freaking crazy.
He's all about that. In his life.
Oh yeah, you got to index it. Race car shit. So here we go. We're about with a little Harbor Freight dial indicator. We're about to get after
whatever
it.
works. It's a tool.
Go look at that.
That's right.
What's up, Stick
Nah,
Shift
Fix it,
Mike?
boy.
He is right, though. Before I go, I don't want to make jokes about indexing, especially with stuff like this, guys. You want to make sure you do that. And if you got any questions about indexing, there you go. There's a guy right there that can help you out and tell you why it's important.
Yo, look at the chat.
also-
See?
Also,
34
pivot
people. I
stud.
don't have wipers. Come on.
What is it? They giving you shit?
Yeah.
If they're giving
I
you
don't have
shit, you
wipers.
deserve every bit of it.
Green X on their car.
Totally.
That works.
Totally. See, I told you. I told Neil earlier. I was like, I can hear him saying totally right now.
Totally
Totally. Yeah.
getting smoked by Heath Maxwell. I got 50 on the right lane.
Okay.
The
This
right
is gonna-
lane
this is
going-
gonna be an
He
interesting
could have
Ford
dragged my
Takeover.
ass down the track. That'd be cool.
I don't know, man. I mean, you do kind of like if it's a 400 tree, it's going to be tough. I mean, you got to be on your shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've raced against you and your dad, and it's ridiculous. Like you guys cut
Ooh.
O's and shit. And it's
I
just-
Hold on,
now-
yo.
now I got to climb up his ass at 600 feet, and then it's almost over at that point.
I like a 400 tree.
Me too.
Hold on.
I cut pretty good lights. On
Yo,
the
little sneaky peek here. Hold on.
You see orange, you go.
Right.
Oh shit! Hold up, what they doing over here? Right here.
Are you showing us the Amish buggy? Nice. You
No,
got a small-
no, no.
Little
Stop
up the
teasing.
skirt.
Little small tie.
Don't y'all guys don't get him fired up now because he's gonna pull Pop's car out on your ass.
Oh Jesus.
Mhm.
So
Oh, she coming. Don't worry.
I tried to hint around to this earlier, but you didn't take the bait. He's actually a push rod lover as well, and trust me, he knows push rods. So
There's
good Lord,
brakes been sitting for like 15 years.
I would hate to have to explain to everybody who your dad is if they don't know. But that gray car right there, nasty, nasty
Probably one of the most iconic stick shift cars
for
in
sure.
our genre.
Who is your dad
Mhm.
again?
Banging Bob Hanlon.
Right here. Hold on.
My-
Ah, hang on.
You need new internet.
You gotta get rid of that T-Mobile shit. Bro.
Banging Bob Hanlon.
Yep, that's it. So, like I said, you know, we
Bam.
joke and we cut up and we mess with each other and shit, but Hanlon is not just Coyote, okay? this guy was born and raised with push rod stuff. His dad's got one of the baddest cars out there. They still own it. Like, we just give each other shit, guys. So for anybody that's wondering, no, we all kind of appreciate everything.
Yes, we do. So speaking of which,
You know what I
we're gonna
like?
go ahead and- We're gonna go ahead and give away the. I got Hanlon's shirt on, but Hanlon's banner. So don't go anywhere after those guys.
Whoa, what is that?
Banner.
Oh, I have that one. Okay, I was about to say, is that a new banner?
No, I just got it backwards. So we're gonna be giving away Hanlon's banners tonight. So we're not just yet, but I haven't given away one in a couple weeks. And
Jesus Christ, you trying to go live for 3 hours, Neo?
I know, right?
Give them guys something.
All right, we'll give them some shit.
Let's do it now.
Well,
My battery about to
you wanna
die.
do trivia?
Let's do trivia. Ooh, let's do something. Hey, let's do something with. You think we should like do something with Hanlon? That'd be kind of cool.
Ah, yep. I'm gonna throw him right on the bus. What you got, son? What you got?
I don't
for
know.
us?
It's got to be something that's not too out there.
I mean, he did give me the banner.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No.
I can't think of anything at the moment. I don't know. Some trivia.
All right. Let's go ahead and hit the.
He always
hashtag.
gets me with trivia too.
Yeah, I
Always
know.
throws it right under the
Oh.
bus.
No. All right. We're gonna do the trivia. So the trivia would be. Oh, this should be really easy. We're gonna make it easy.
Totally.
What color? I'll make it easy. I'm gonna make it easy. See how well you guys know. And then we'll do. Are you gonna do something? You gonna throw something else on this shit, Hanlon? We can do a different giveaway. You wanna
Damn,
do, like,
sure
you wanna do,
called
like,
you out.
You're right. I know. It tells me I have no alternator. You know, no nitrous.
I
No
love
streetcar.
Never. Okay. Check it out. We'll do that another day. What color was Brutal's parts car?
That's good. I actually just made a video today with that car in it.
What? Hey, I'm sorry. What color and what version was it?
There you go. Ooh, I need to let me look at the chat.
What version was it? So I didn't finish it, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What color was it, and what was it? You gotta put
You gotta
them
say
together.
you gotta say them both.
Blue and red. Nope.
Oh,
No.
that's a good one. I just saw that.
What?
Mustang Chris's dad's fastest ET.
White.
There it
vert.
is.
There it is. Is that you guys got him?
Is it looks like Gibbons, right?
Yep. White
Yep.
vert. That's correct.
It was a white vert. That was the parts car for this car. I can't see the chat, or I can't see my, there we go. So that was a parts car for that. So not to, promote my stuff, but you guys check out the video tomorrow, and I will actually talk about that in the video tomorrow and show you
That's
some
awesome.
old videos
Yeah, I
from
just
when we
thought
drove the
about
car
that
out.
shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I like that.
I like that. We could probably want to do another trivia for another Hanlon banner.
Let's do it. Let's do something on your channel.
I like that
though.
one. I like that
Go
one
ahead.
question. What's Pop's fastest ET?
Oh
There's-
shit, yeah.
There is no way. Listen, you gotta throw a 100 certificate on it for that shit.
All right, I'll
You're
do
the only
that.
person that knows that.
Yep.
Yeah, so what are we going to like see who gets closest?
No, okay, so we'll just go another Hanlon banner. What is Pop's fastest ET? Quarter mile or eighth?
Quarter mile.
Quarter mile. Okay. What's Pop's fastest ET in the Amish buggy? Bangin' Bob Hanlon. Does anybody know that?
Shit, I don't know that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know that. The only person that knows that is the guy sitting there. I don't know which way he is. 780? No.
I wish.
73, 850.
Mike's over here. He thinks he might know.
Does it got to be a 2-digit or just a 1-digit? Like 850
Mike.
or 852? Does it got to go into the 10th, 100th, whatever?
I was.
Okay, the 100. So it's got to
What's
be
your
like
number?
823, right?
I can tell you this: someone's real close.
24.
824. So
You gotta
Berger
put it
says
in the chat. You
824.
can't cheat and say it.
Who, me?
Berger.
No. He doesn't know either. I'm gonna enter mine in because Mike Berger thinks he remembers. So I'm gonna throw mine in
Okay.
for him.
We still haven't seen it yet. How close is
No.
close? A 10?
It-
100?
Yeah, within a couple
100?
tenths.
A couple tenths or hundredths? I love this shit. So Brandon Gibbons has got one Hanlon banner, and then whoever makes this one's got another. Yeah, we're having a 3-hour live.
Dude, that's like 97, 98. Go ahead, man.
839,
From New York.
840.
Let's put it this way: the last time that car was down the track was in 2009.
There's no way.
Right. You know, I still got
I was living in Cedar Heights.
How
Yeah.
close?
Look at Berger sitting there reading his.
848.
Back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Mid.
Yep.
Yeah, about mid-90s. Did we get a number yet? Did we get the right time?
I don't know.
We're
He
getting
said
close, but
like, who's getting hot? Who's
Hey,
getting cold?
did you mention the fact that this was an NA car?
yeah, this is all motor, high compression, and a all motor
Jordan,
car.
oh, you know
What,
what?
363?
You should have used is what's the name of his motors? Because he has two.
Denver.
Who?
That's a clean cut.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Um,
Nobody got it?
That was a
Not yet, but
363, right?
hang on. The last Corbin is real close.
The last cyborg?
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Really quick.
The last cyborg is close.
Very close.
Let's check, so-
Get a couple good guesses.
Oh, here we go. Somebody's
That's
gonna get it.
rolling.
875. Are we within hundreds or tens here?
I think we're in the 10th.
He was within. He was in hundreds, but he backed away now.
Really? Oh, you backed away? You got to go the other way. 75, 76.
I want to hear some of those stories about these engines and stuff at some point, like on chat. Like your dad's engine and how long they lasted, and like what you guys were like, you know, how hard you had to push them. Y'all were wringing those damn things necks out.
They had to change. They had to move.
Oh yeah.
His motor was so badass that he had to move the crankshaft to take the spark plugs out. Like he had to keep indexing, like keep going around to take one. Like at this spot, he could take 1 and 7 out. And he turned it, and he can take 2 and 6 out because the spark plugs literally would hit the pistons or some shit like that.
Oh, last sideward is like right on it.
Is he? Listen to the asylum chat with Bob Hanlon.
Well, somebody's got to have it because they
Somebody's
hit
got to
it
have it. But
on top
we're
of like
just gonna
front
go with
side
the
and back
closest.
side of that.
Last cyborg is the closest.
There it is. Fox drop.
He got it.
853. Yep.
Holy
Somebody
shit,
had that earlier.
that's rolling.
Unless I missed it, but yeah, it was 853. I think I got the slip somewhere.
23.
Hold on.
Chat, is 853 clear? Is that what we got?
Yeah, 853. I think it was at like 162.
Jesus, that's rolling, dude. For NA,
For NA, bro.
yeah, and that was a 363, right?
Yes.
Oh, one
Yeah,
of the
so that
setups.
was with Victor. He named his motors. Victor
That had the
was
Victor Glidden head.
Yep, Victor Glidden heads. And I think it was like 15.5-1 compression. Mustang Chris, holy mo's at 10,000 RPMs, all but. And I think finish line was 9,600.
It's ridiculous. ridiculous.
See,
That motor was
this,
made.
this, yeah, that's crazy. This is the stuff that like you guys get a chance to hear these stories in person whenever we're all like around. You know, if you can get Hanlon to talk about it a little bit, dude, it's awesome to sit there and hear this. So I've thoroughly
Oh yeah,
enjoyed our
I
conversations
remember.
talking about it.
I've been about just about every track on the East Coast, that you could possibly think of, and I just remember that stuff to the T. I mean, you'll never hear a car like it. I mean, it basically sounded like a mini pro stock car, and he was like pretty much one of the only stick shift cars, except for Corey Roth. If you guys know Trick Flow, obviously Corey Roth is a big part of
He
Trick
is the
Flow,
brain. He's the
and
brain
he was a
behind the
stick shift
227.
car. Yep, and I'm sorry. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I mean, it was just a high compression NA motor, small block. I think the class back then was limited to, I think, 440 cubic inches, if I remember. And he had a 360 and a 363. And I remember, I'm pretty sure Victor made like all but 860 or something like that on an engine dyno, inertia dyno.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
And I believe George, that was a smaller one, that had a set of Trick Flow TFS heads on it. And I think that wasn't quite as, powerful, obviously. I think it was like 819, 820, something like that.
That's
All
crazy.
motor.
So,
Oh, yeah.
If you won one of the banners, Brandon Gibbons and Foxdrop, it's Neomustangs at Hotmail. I will send me your address, maybe a picture of your car. I'll post it up. And definitely when you receive the banners, we like to see pictures, so we'll Instagram the shit out of that.
So something else that I want to mention is Bob is extremely humble. Like you would think, he would love to talk about himself and stuff like that, but he really doesn't. He's extremely humble, and he seems to still be surprised to this day that people love him and worship him. Like he doesn't really like it makes him uncomfortable almost to hear about it.
It does.
Which is,
he was telling me
cool.
all about it. Like you guys put him up on a pedestal at Ford Takeover, and he got all like blushy, and
he's the man.
He doesn't think he's anything. It's like, dude, you were the shit. You know what I mean? Like you were the stick shift god. You started basically the stick shift game.
Yeah, and that, to me that's so impressive because that really like shows his personality and how humble he is. Because I mean, he could walk around with his chest poked out and be an asshole if he wanted to, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's extremely humble and just almost doesn't get it. That was the thing that surprised me when I first met your dad. Was just like he's like, why are you talking to me about this stuff? Like I'm nobody. Like what do you? What? Yes, you are.
Right.
So Corey and Bob
Gabe remembers. I remember watching Gabe. I'll tell you what. You want to talk about another stick shift racer, man, that can
Kinter,
bang like the rest of them, man. Yeah. I remember watching him when I was a kid driving the Evil Twin. That was Chris Beningo's car at the time, I believe. Unless it was Ed Curtis's by then, I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure it was Beningo's. But they called it the Evil Twin.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I think didn't Pops come up with like some kind of like girdle system for that trans back then, Gabe, and a shifter that ended up not passing tech eventually.
You're talking about the girdle for a T5?
No, like a girdle for a TKO, a 3550 TKO. Yeah. There was like a trans girdle system that Dad and Swar came up with.
Oh, like outside, and like it was a brace.
Because it's got flex.
Yes, it was like an actual brace to keep the case from flexing and breaking.
And they wouldn't let that pass tech? Shit. Seems like that's safer.
That would pass, but the shifter that they tried to do would not.
Oh, I got you. Oh, on a side note, business talk here, Hanlon. I guess like Wednesday we're going to be getting up with you about our drive shaft for Berger's. So I think we're looking at Monday or Tuesday on his transmission. We're going to go ahead and get you the dimensions and stuff on that as well.
Okay.
And did you ever talk to him about our deal?
No.
I figured. Sorry ass.
Yeah.
See, you know, guys, I'm telling you, this is what I have to deal with. This is the shit I got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So something else that I wanna mention, right? And I hate to do this, but I do want to talk about it. So I gave you guys a shout out, you know, when we were talking about the transmission stuff, and I mentioned the fact that you like to ask questions about, you know, well, if you're running this transmission, do you have this part and that part? And I got a couple comments. A couple comments said, well, of course they are. They're a business and they're out just to make a dollar. And that
I
really
saw.
hurt my feelings. That really hurt my feelings, y'all. I understand their business. Yes, they need to make money, of course. And the more parts you buy, the more they make. I mean, we're not stupid, right? We understand that. But can you not appreciate the fact that they care enough? Because you're going to need them regardless. You're going to call them back because you need these parts. He's just saving you time. And it has been a big benefit to me and Berger. When we call him, we don't know what the hell we're ordering. We're like, yeah, I want to get this T56. And he's like, yeah, but you need this and you need that. So, guys, I want to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
they're top notch, seriously. And they do this stuff to help you out because you're going to call them back anyway and need it.
Yeah. He ain't wrong.
Nope. I know I ain't. Well, look, y'all,
Listen,
I'm about
guys,
to wrap it up. I got to get over here and do some shit.
All right, baby. Hey, look, we got to get back with Foxcast because we got to come back to this conversation.
We got to.
Coyote
Yeah,
and
I need
Push
more
Rod.
Coyote back up here. I'm outnumbered, you know.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
you are. You're always going to be outnumbered. That's the bad thing about it. Outgunned, outnumbered. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up as always.
Totally.
Totally.
All right, thank y'all.
I
Yeah, I
appreciate you
need
guys
Zach
coming
over
in.
here. We need Zach and Caleb.
You do.
There goes the
Zach
whole
for sure.
neighborhood.
See y'all.
See you, Nikia. See you, Mike. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
cool,
out
man.
too, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming in. We'll get you back on here in the next week or two, and then
Hell yeah.
I wanted to tell you personally that it's much appreciated what you do. I got your shirt on today, and I got it on for a reason because we took some of that handling money right there. Those 4/100s.
I
right
know,
there,
man.
dude.
I got to hurry up and get my shit done so I can come win some of my own money back.
This past weekend, I took those 4/100s right there from your envelope for the. If you guys know, Hanlon sponsored us with the Stick Shift Point Series this year in all 5 races. He went out. It's kind of tough for a sponsor, for a business to give money, and I want a big shout to him. Bunker Hill Fabrication, because 300 of that is from him, and in Stifler's for doing the second chance. Let me tell you what about before I get into it. I just wanted to thank you personally for doing what you do for the community and the stick shift life and shit like that. So,
Absolutely, man. I do it because I love it, baby.
Stifler's, I know Stifler's and Brian are good friends of ours, and I wanted on live to let you guys know that Stifler's really stepped up and did the same thing. They donated the same amount. They matched what Hanlon did, and let me tell you, the second chance, I can't tell you how many times I've already heard it in 3 races. The second chance thing is fire because people get a chance. Like my buddy Cody Hartman won the second chance 300 last night. I raced in the first round and it was really close, and he lost, but he ended, first round losers go to a second chance. So I wanted Brian to know that his money's being spent very, very wisely. And those guys are all really appreciative of the 300. Matter of fact, I think Vance Cooper, that's sitting here in chat, won the Magnolia $300.
Nice.
So, there's money to be won, and it's kind of nice to be able to win your money back, your money back that you bought into, plus another 150 on top of that. So I know Brian, he kind of tweaks out about being, stuff like that with his brand. Tweak's probably a bad word, but he really likes his brand to be out there doing good things for the community, much like you do with Hanlon. So I just want to say thank you.
Stifler's is a great company, man, and I'm glad that they got on board. And Brian and Tom, they're awesome people. They're very down to earth, and they enjoy it, man. They enjoy what we do, and they want to support us.
So I will tell you this: I'd like to have you guys next year as well, but we'll talk about that at a later date. What I've decided to do, and I talked about it earlier in the chat, is I'm going to do a waffle for a top end kit with a trick flow kit. It's like $3,800 retail. So we're going to take 1,000 of what we get from that waffle, put 200 in our in our buy-in, And then we're going to take that 1,000. I think we're going to put it on top of Magnolia with your guys' money, yours instead of
nice.
Bunker Hills. So it'll be something like $1,000 on the winner, like $750 on the runner-up, and then like $400 on the second chance. And that's not even counting the buy-in money yet. So it's going to be worth, having. Plus, I got a Mickey Thompson $1,000 performance card. I don't want to put it on the last race. I was going to put it on the last race, but just to kind of get a little extra incentive to make the class grow a little bit. But I wanted to let you know you need to get your shit together and come up for Magnolias. There's going to be some money to be won.
We're trying. The car's going off the wiring this week, finally. So
Tell Zach I said hello. Tell Bob I said, what up? We was talking shit about him again tonight, and we love him. And he's more than welcome to take old Night Train. It's not even Night Train. That's Brent's name of his car. I don't know. I just call that thing like Knight Rider because every time I'm not going to call it anything. I never, if I was going to name it.
Zach's been trying to get him to rip around in his car.
I'm telling you, man, it's going to be like, riding a bike. He's going to be all of a sudden doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, I wanted to tell you that I appreciate it. Had you guys in the winner circle this weekend, and like I said, had the money got a little sticker there. So I do appreciate you.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys. All right, guys. Have a great night.
I'll holla at
Thanks
you.
for having me. Make sure you like and subscribe and get your
Sticks of Life, baby. Sticks of Life. That's the hats we got on our site at neomustangs.com. Oh, dude,
there it
check
is.
this out. What do you think of this, real quick? What do you think of the jack stand shit?
Oh, hell yeah.
You didn't know
About
I did
time.
this with white car, dad's car, black car. Do work.
Hell yeah.
Jack stands. That's actually on the site right now at neomustangs.com if you guys want to go buy them. And
Hell yeah.
on the live stream. So, hell yeah.
Well, check it out. Neo Mustangs, right?
Yes, sir. Neomustangs.com.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate
Get your
you
merch.
guys.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great night.
Holla at you, baby. Have a good night. Yeah. I'm building a 351. I think Coyote would be cheaper in a lot of ways, but you can't beat the high revving ceiling. That's right. So, guys, you know what? I appreciate you guys staying on this long tonight. We've just hit the 2-hour mark. I don't think we've had a live stream over 2 hours in a long time, but I haven't seen you guys in 2 weeks, and I just wanted you to know that, build your car the way you want to build your car, like we were talking about earlier. I mean, we weren't really talking. I think Iron Mountain, there was a guy earlier that was making a comment. He didn't mean to make a comment like, we're cutting our cars up and making race cars or whatever. It's, to be honest with you, build your car the way you want to build your car. My black car will never win any car shows. It'll never be the fastest car, but I'm just going to enjoy the shit out of it and bring as much content to the channel for you guys. And I just appreciate you guys for what you do for us just by listening on a Sunday. Little jack stand church that we got going on here on Sunday. So I will be coming in late on Sunday from Detroit Motor City Foxfest. It's a great event. I wanted to talk about it. I know we talked a lot about Ford Takeover, but if you're in the area within a few hours, it's definitely worth the trip on a Saturday to come up, check out a bunch of cars. There's going to be a bunch of unique, nostalgic cars that you might be used to. I think last year Racing Jason was there, the white convertible from the past. There's a number of SSPs. There's a whole SSP parade that comes through there. There's a lot of really cool shit. And if you get a chance to go to Motor City Foxfest, we'll be there with our pop-up and probably the white car, as the black car won't be ready to show off really. But it was a fun night. I had a lot of fun with everybody. Like I said, go check out that merch, support the channel. Next week we'll have something. We'll fire up some other sort of conversation. Get some people in the chat possibly, and maybe just talk a little Jackson Church. But you guys have a good week. Keep the car straight. Keep wrenching on your shit one piece at a time, man. One piece at a time. We got that 393 stroker. It's a badass motor. We got it timed up. All we got to do is change the oil and start tuning on a little bit more. And then we're going to head to the dyno and find out how much power it makes. So, anyways, I'm excited to see some of you guys possibly this weekend at Motor City Foxfest. Once again, if you get a chance to come out in Detroit and enjoy the show, I'd love to see y'all and shake hands with y'all and talk a little fox body shit for a minute. But I love y'all. Appreciate you. appreciate you watching on a Sunday this long, and we will see you this week. I got the race video to show you, and the first break-in and what we're doing with the black car. We're going to go over the whole build real quick again. I mean, it'd be kind of cool, but appreciate you guys for watching. Love y'all. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.